Shut up.
And I'm hearing you, Lord. 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 Alien, go right through hell and come back again.
Alrighty, guys. So, I want to talk about this. Is James Gunn worried about his universe, his DC universe? I think he is. I think James Gunn is worried about it, and I can see a lot of his fans coming to my videos and talk about, you don't know, James Gunn universe is awesome. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm starting to see James, because he's always debunking stuff. He's always doing this. He's always doing that. And I'm sitting here like, why you have so much time to do that? Shouldn't you be focusing on making sure the trailer's good, the movie's going to be good, everything's right? Because I don't think they've done reshoots yet. I could be wrong. But have they done reshoots? I mean, worried about to make sure this movie is up to par, okay? But again, I'm not worried about critically how the movie's going to be, because a lot of people like James Gunn's style. They've always liked it, from the reviewers and some critics. It's always been one of those. It's never been the problem. Like I said, I enjoyed the Suicide Squad for the most part. I enjoyed the Peacemaker for the most part. What I don't enjoy is James Gunn and his tactics on Twitter, constantly going on there, debunking everything. What I don't enjoy is James Gunn doing what he did, lying and manipulating and telling us one thing and doing another. What I don't enjoy is James Gunn, who's quick to say, well, we're still thinking about bringing Henry Cavill back, but you're really not trying to bring him back. Or if you were trying to bring him back, you're not bringing him back in a role that fits him. You're bringing him back in a role that fits you, in a comedic tone that doesn't fit his character. You know, you're not, that's, to me, that's disingenuous and stuff like that. But I will say this, though. James Gunn is worried because this is it. Now, I'm going to go it for two ways. I'm going to go with James Gunn, how he's worried about his universe, and I'm worried, too, from a fan perspective. And what I mean by it is, from a fan's point of view, this is it for DC. We will not get another DC universe. They will not go full throttle with another DC universe. The only way they will do another, like you could say, share universe is if it's in the Batman universe. That's it. Those Joker rumors you were hearing about, another Joker type of show similar to Penguin, that will be full push. That will go with full throttle. Okay? That Supergirl film is dead. That will not be touched. Now, James Gunn is playing like, oh yeah, everything's good. But he knows if this Superman film does not make the money, I don't talk about critically. We don't care about the critically. If it does not make the money, that is it for his universe, and that is it for DC in general. We will not get another shared universe again. It's dead, buried. We won't do it again. Because look at the MCU dealing with that. Their shared universe is not as good right now. I'm not saying financially, because, they don't make enough money where it's like they can take a couple L's, where DC can't take no more L's, especially the way Warner Brothers is with their financial situation and the stocks and everything like that. They can't take L's. Marvel, Disney can't take L's. They can't take so much of them, but they can take some of them. These fools cannot. James Gunn knows this. He was in a no-win situation. He gambled, and he was hoping he's gambling and it pays off, but it looking like it may not. Not because he can't do it. Critically, it's the fact that Warner Brothers is so dead right now. Nobody wants to touch Warner Brothers. Nobody trusts the studios. The fans don't trust the studios. Then you got DC Studios over there, where fans look at a DC name now, anything DC related, they don't trust it, because how Warner Brothers have always piggyback off of certain things. They say, oh yeah, we're going full throttle with James Gunn universe. Are you though? Are you really? Because if you really were, you will be supporting them, and you say, oh, wherever you got, we support you. And it makes no sense how James Gunn went from, now I don't want to do directing Superman and, this and that. And now he's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing everything. Because he's doing everything because they probably told him. Look, I know you have this writer room and everything, but don't really get too cozy, because if this film bombs, you ain't got no universe. So James Gunn's like, I going to have to do it then. And that's why he's doing it. James Gunn is feeling the pressure. And he probably is worried because this movie may not financially make the money. Because, again, he's always like, oh, yeah, critically, right now, Christian Commando was at, a 98 or 95% of Rotten Tomatoes? And people's like, oh, that's the highest. Who gives a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes? Where's the money? Warner Brothers don't give a fuck about that. No one gives a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes. They've been out of date for the last several years. Where is the money? That's what James Gunn needs to worry about. He's like, oh, yeah, thank you. But in the back of his head, it's like, this is not going to get me financially anywhere. Critically, I'm good. But financially, that's where I need to be. That's what he's worried about. And if the rumors are true about the Superman and I'm about to say Lois, but the Superman Legacy, let's go with Legacy. Fuck that Superman. I don't know why he keeps calling it the Superman film. It's Superman Legacy. The Superman Legacy budget, if it's over $200 million, look at what's going on with any film that's over $200 million. It's not getting its money back. Look at the Joker. It didn't get his money back. Aquaman was the closest thing, and DC got close to his money back, and that's because of Jason Momoa. If he wasn't in the film, it would have got his money back. The Flash is a prime example. It didn't get his money back. So he's a little bit worried. He probably went in like, okay, well, the Flash is going to get his money back. It did not. Even with Michael Keaton, it did not. The Aquaman was the closest thing. They should have put all that money on Aquaman. They would have got back $800 million probably. That's not what it did the first time, but that's better because every other DC film has bombed. Not critically, well, except Shazam, and I think Shazam was the only one critically, but everything else was pretty good. Look, I'm not coming out here trying to bash James Gunn, but I'm not coming out here saying he's doing things badly. It's the fact is, he doesn't make things better by going on Twitter and debunking every rumor. He knows any rumor could be true, because especially in the entertainment industry, there's a rumor, there's truth to these rumors, you know. And then when he debunked last week about the whole thing, I'm the only guy running DC, and me and Peter, he answers to David Zaslav. He answered to the investors, not directly, but to David Zaslav. He is the pretty much middleman through the investors. If the investors are pissed, David Zaslav will hear it, and David Zaslav will tell James Gunn. That's how it's working. What's going on, the investors are pissed. Not at James Gunn because he's done nothing. They're mad at David Zaslav for everything else. James Gunn knows what's going on in Warner Brothers. So he knows that this film does not do well. He's done. And David Zaslav is done. So right now, they're neck and neck. So David Zaslav probably look at him like, yo, man, this got to be good. If not, this is my job in your head. It's definitely his. If they keep David Zaslav, James Gunn is gone. Or that universe is dead. They'll keep James Gunn and say, yeah, you could do another movie, but your budget is lower and this universe is dead. Which sucks. Which really sucks because right now, that would tell Warner Brothers no more money into a Superman film. No more money to a DC universe. No more money into that unless somebody buys out DC from like a Universal or somebody else. That's the route it looks like it might have to go. I don't want it to go that route because DC's been through the buyout every other year because with Warner Brothers, but that's Warner Brothers thing. But if that's what they have to do, that's what they have to do. Universal's already waiting for the bits when Warner Brothers decide to sell Harry Potter. Universal's going to pick that up immediately because they got the rights. It makes sense. We own that, and then we got the rights. Okay? David Zaslav is worried because this film is not going to do financially well. And it's not critically. I keep telling people, critically is never the problem right now. It's money. They don't have the money right now. And this film does not make the money. This film has to make $1 billion, at least $9 billion. If it doesn't come close to that, you will see some changes in the DC universe slate or Gods and Monsters chapters, whatever you want to call them. Supergirl won't happen, okay? If they do another Superman film, they're going to focus on that. They're going to scale it back down. And I promise you, it's going to be reworked. Everything's going to be reworked. That universe thing might be dead and buried. Everything that was already shown in that film, in the first film he does, that's all you're probably going to get. Do I think James Gunn has the ability to make a great Superman film? He has the ability to make a decent film, but not a great film. Because if you want a great film, go look at Superman and Lois, that finale. Get those people who worked on that show on working on these films. That's what you need to do. That's what you should do. But they're not going to do that because they have all their chips into James Gunn. And I keep saying this till I'm blue in the face. James Gunn will always have a critically well-received film. It's that financial part is the question. But again, I don't blame this on James Gunn. I blame this on Warner Brothers because their marketing suck. I blame all this on Warner Brothers. And his fan base, they know that. They know that this film may not do well financially because it's Warner Brothers' fault. If this was any other studio, we probably want to have a conversation like this. But it's Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers has a track record to not do well financially. All their DC films have bombed. Every last one of them. You have the Joker film that come out that's not connected to not a goddamn thing DC's doing from the DCEU to the DC studios. That barely scratched $500 million. What does that tell you? There's a problem going on with DC. There's a problem going on with Warner Brothers. The DC brand is freaking dead right now. Warner Brothers is a dead company. It's just there to be there. People say, "Oh, we have the Disney company, the Universal, and Sony and Warner Brothers." No, you just got three. You got Sony, you got Disney, and you got Universal. All these other companies are just there. Warner Brothers is not bigger than Lionsgate right now. That's fucking sad. A Hunger Games film will make more money than a DC film right now. Let that sink in right now. Warner Brothers have done a piss poor job with this universe. I don't care if you go back to the Aaron Snardals, the Walter Hernabas, and the Kevin Jaharas. All them idiots thought they knew better. They killed their own universe with the DCU with not James Gunn, but Zack Snyder. They should have went full throttle with it, because if you look at the climate right now, what is selling? The Boys, Invincible. What they have in common? They're not like MCU. Yes, they have some comedy here and there, but it's a darker tone that DC was doing 10 fucking years ago. That's all on them. I blame this all on Warner Brothers. I don't really blame this on James Gunn as much. He's just coming here trying to clean up the mess, and this is a hard mess to clean. Do I think he's a good fit to do Superman? No, absolutely not. Suicide Squad was awesome for him. I actually thought that was a good fit for him. He's actually a good fit to direct the Justice League, because he's done an ensemble cast before. He's done that where I could see him direct this person, because he has the wherewithal to do that, because he has the background with the Guardians. He's done this, he's done that. And I'll say this about James Gunn. When it comes to criticism from one film to another, he can improve. Because I did enjoy Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy, but my God, I enjoyed Volume 3. And I really think he heard what the problem was with Volume 2 was. He said, all right, let's go back to what Volume 1 was a little bit and kind of make it more personal. And he did a great job with that. So kudos where credit is due. Perfect. One of the bright spots out of the last phase of Marvel. Because we ain't had that many last time, if you ask me, except No Way Home. But I usually don't compare No Way Home to a Marvel film, because Sony was working on that. You know what I'm saying? And Deadpool, I don't really compare that to a Marvel film either, due to the fact that it was still that was already greenlit under Fox before Fox was bought out. So again, the only thing you could say was the Time Bureau crap, and you could add that in there. But again, even if they didn't have that, I still think Deadpool would still made the money it made. Just saying, because they still could have found a way. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry about that. I kind of rambled, kind of went on a rant a little bit, but this is not attacking James Gunn. This is pointing the obvious. Like, he's worried. And he should be worried, because Warner Brothers has a track record to not do well financially in the box office. And the superhero genre right now, it's not at a good place. It's not at a worse place, but it's not at a good place. Those days of $1 billion over 500 million, 800 million, those days are over. I think people are choosing wisely to pick with their film. Because right now, I told you before, it's between Jurassic World and Fantastic Four. Jurassic World is already going to make that money, because damn people want to see those dinosaurs. Okay, and it's Jurassic Park. Then you got Fantastic Four. What's selling that film is not Pascal, because nobody gives a heck about Pascal unless he's wearing the Mandalorian helmet, if you ask me. And it's not the Fantastic Four, it's Dr. Doom. Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. They're trying to sell that. And you think that's not what they're going to focus on? That's not the marketing? Hell yeah, that's the marketing. Even if he has a cameo for about 10 seconds, that's going to be the marketing. Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. That got me psyched to see it. Not a huge fan of Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom, but I know Robert Downey Jr. as an actor will pull it off. That's what I'm saying. So, and then you got Superman in the middle. It's like, all right. And it sucks, because you want this film to do well, because this is it for DC. The universe as it. So, yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe. As always, peace. Have a Johnson day. If you made it to the end of the video, please just do that for me. And comment below and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.